I love wide receivers, and today we're looking at 7 must-draft wide receivers for 2023 fantasy drafts, and we're talking redraft today. We're going to be using Underdog Fantasy's ADP, considering it's in depth right now with tons of drafts going on by the hour. So there's a large sample size with the ADP. We'll use different ADP as we get closer down the road, but we're looking at 7 wide receivers that we can lock into this year in drafts. But before we do this, make sure you tap that subscribe button. Going to have fantasy football analysis all season long, all off season long, dynasty, devy, redraft. We're going heavy into it. You don't want to miss out. Tap that subscribe button right now. But let's dig into it. Wide receiver number 1. We are looking at Ja'Marr Chase. Obviously. So we're going to make it quick. 26 red zone targets, 29.3% target share, 36.6% air share as well. Dude's getting active out there, getting air yards, targets, 20.2 PPR points per game, and you want everything of the Bengals offense. Round 1 ADP per Underdog. The thing is, he's being drafted as wide receiver 2 behind Justin Jefferson. Everybody wants Justin Jefferson. Ja'Marr Chase, second player, third player off the board. With him being drafted that high, still worth the investment because the only thing that could cause him to bust is an injury. We're not predicting busts on injury because we don't even have the sample size of him being hurt. So Ja'Marr Chase should be a lock unless something significant happens like that. But going down to the round 2, AMON-RA St. Brown. Going down the board a little ways. 149 targets last year. Up there in targets among wide receivers with a 28% target share, averaging 16.7 points per game in PPR, but used a lot in the red zone. Only converted 6 of those red zone targets. So that means if we continue with that workload and we convert a little bit more, touchdowns should go up. That's if that happens. Jared Goff, 6th in pass attempts. This team will hum. Jared Goff finished the year really strong. One of the top quarterbacks in all of football. AMON-RA St. Brown is a wide receiver you should be looking at. Also, per regular redraft leagues versus Underdog Best Ball, you might catch him a little bit cheaper than what's going on. The ADP is a little bit sharper. However, wide receivers are getting bumped up the board a little bit more this year due to a lot of people going 0 RB, going anti-fragility, and wide receivers are getting pumped up a tad bit. Maybe you'll catch 2 more wide receivers being drafted in the top 20 or something like that. You'll see that a little bit more. Even in your basic leagues, you might see it a tad bit more wide receiver heavy, but pay attention to the trends. Going on next, round 3 ADP. Regular drafts, you might catch him a little bit later. Amari Cooper, 14th in targets last year, 27% target share, very good. 12 red zone targets. Expect that all to increase with Deshaun Watson having a full year with the Browns and him just developing with the team. Things have been looking good in minicamp. Things are sounding good in minicamp, and everything's looking good with his team. 37% share of their air yards. Amari Cooper, when he's healthy, he's good to go. Still an older wide receiver, but again, he was a wide receiver 2 in 6 of his last 8 seasons. Had 5 wide receiver 1 games last year. At his price tag here, round 3 or cheaper, depending on what league you're in, good to go. Decent price tag for a wide receiver, considering you might be going running back a little earlier. Going on to round 4 or maybe a little later, depending on your league format, where you're drafting at. But this is per Underdog. Drake London, 2nd year. 29% target share last year and 29% share of the team's passing air yards. We'll be taking targets from Desmond Ridder. A lot of people worried about that, but looking at this short sample of splits here, just 4 games, things could change. But we saw an increase in workload here, saw an increase in production, 14.5 PPR fantasy points per game, a little over 6 catches per game. Dude got more targets, he got more opportunity. You're just going to have to bite the bullet and roll with it. We got a first-round wide receiver, high-end target share, high-end opportunity. And when you're in this part of the draft, this is when you can lock in on upside because you want to be steady with those first couple picks. But then you get to round 4, 5, 6. You want to start looking at upside with some trendy favorabilities like the top tier target share that allow them to give you a little bit more floor. Drake London has that. Going into our next guy, Jahan Dotson, round 7. If you want to get a little bit cheaper, if you want an upside play, this guy has been productive. In 6 of his 11 games, he gave you double-digit PPR fantasy performances, 22% or more target share in his last 5 games. This dude became a big piece in the offense finishing off the year. 94.2 air yards per game in his final 5 games. So he was asserting himself late in the season, as rookies tend to do. He's a mid-round upside pick. Mid-rounders is when you want to shoot for upside here. Round 7, year 2 player. Year 2 players have a tendency of going off, stepping up. We're in a position here with Jahan Dotson, one of my favorites. Another one of my favorites, NICO Collins. Y'all know it if you've been following the channel. Round 11 ADP on Underdog. 20% target share, 30% share of the air yards. And he's with CJ Stroud last year with Ohio State. 15.6% of his attempts went for 20 yards or more. We're going to see this team push it downfield a little bit more. Also, opportunities for garbage time because no one's predicting the Texans win the Super Bowl. No one's predicting that. CJ Stroud should be developing, taking steps forward throughout the season. Good opportunity for development here. NICO Collins getting some attempts downfield. Should be the team's wide receiver 1. Should be getting air yards, which is what we want to chase. Also, the target share should be there. That should not change. That 20% target share should increase or hover around the same. Last but not least, if you're looking for a wide receiver with your last pick, and I'm talking round 18 or later, but if your draft ends like around 15, 16, 17 or something like that, you may want to look another way. Last pick upside here at wide receiver. Typically, you want to go running back. But last pick upside, he's an easy dump because we've had the last couple years where he didn't pop off. So if we're going week 3, 4, he hasn't hit yet, you can drop him. He's not a roster holder. He's not holding a spot with you hoping that he's going to give you 8 points a game. If things are looking good, you can dump him. Go after the next waiver wire trendy guy because this is what he is. 3 games of 6 targets and more last year. You expect this guy to get air yards when he's on the field because that's just how he plays the game. He's got speed. And Bryce Young is going to push it a little bit better. Should have a better acuity of targets going his way. Bryce Young's got some upside. Still only 23 years old. He has the age of an older rookie, which is something that increases his value a little bit because he's still developing. He's still in that part of his game. But still, we also have these couple of years where he hasn't hit yet. So if things aren't trending good early, you can cut bait. Also, you want to watch him on the waiver wire throughout the year, just in case targets change or he hits later. But then again, he's just around 18 pick. Not expecting any of those players to hit. So let's shoot for straight up side with this player. But those are 7 wide receivers we're looking at in our fantasy drafts right now. I'm going to have more on you. I'm going to have more of these videos coming at you, looking at must-draft players at running back, wide receiver, tight end, quarterback. I'm going to have more. I had a running back video about a week and a half ago. I'm going to have more at you at running back and wide receiver because, you know what, we're always looking at the position. Everything's according to value. Values change. Things change. You like more than a few guys anyways. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Who you're trying to get, who you're trying to draft in your fantasy drafts this year. I want to hear about it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out, and I'll catch you on the next video.